Spoochie and your Louis YouTube. This your girl Chef Kid. We back at it again. It is now season 2. Hey. First and foremost, I want to start off by thanking everybody who has subscribed to me, watched the channel, gave likes, all that jazz. You the GOAT, you the best, and that is rude. Sorry. There's people talking in the background, but neither here nor there. So this episode is special because it's being released on such a perfect day, and that is Cinco de Mayo. So remember last season where I had that little Birria? I know I messed that up as far as how I said it, but I had that little failure. I'm a jog y'all's memory and clip it here. So this is the first time ever in this season that I do this. Unfortunately, Chef Kid tried this recipe, right? I tried it. It wasn't for me, okay? Now, let me make this very clear. I'm not gonna sit and bash because that's not who I am, especially because another man's good could be another man's nasty. You know what I'm saying? Well, I am back to make up for what I lack. And that is to do a redo on this. But I'm not doing anybody's recipe, okay? I'm doing my recipe. And it'll be more or less based on some of the things I got from the first recipe, including my own twists and turns, right? So I've been hella craving enchiladas. And I said, let's not mess up on this joint. Let's go ahead and create something that fits enchiladas and birria in it, because I really wanted to try it. I really wanted to be right. I really wanted to be flavorful, but it didn't work out, last time. So this time around, we are going to be making Chef Kid's very own recipe, and it's going to be called, if y'all can come up with a name, put it down in the comment section for your girl. And who knows, I might change the little thumbnail into the name that you come up with. You dig? So without further ado, let's get into this joint, because we got a lot to do and we got a lot of catching up to do, because it's been a fat minute. All right. Let me get out of y'all face. Let's get busy. All right, so you already know how this goes from last season. We gotta zap the ingredients in. I'm gonna just keep it simple, okay? So we're gonna do 1, a 2, a 3. All right, so we got the ingredients zapped in this joint. I'm gonna put a clip of actually everything in there zoomed in so that way you can see it, but I'm just gonna point to it. You're gonna get multiple views. So that's also a new thing we're gonna be trying out this time. Different angles, because I love to catch the angles. Pause. Let's get back to this. So we got cumin, we got cinnamon, we got allspice and kosher salt. That's what's gonna go into the birria broth itself. But I'm pretty sure y'all are looking at this bottle right here. I told y'all this next season and seasons forward is gonna be off the dang chain, okay? So I am coming out with my own spices. I'm working on them, so bear with me, but we got the Fiesta blend. I'm gonna do a zoom in on it, you already know. But this joint, it's got all those beautiful flavors that's gonna bring this Spanish dish to life. You already know that. So then we got I forgot to go to the store and get some onions, but I had in my possession some dry chopped onions, which I'm just gonna rehydrate, and it's just gonna be a beautiful situation. So we got some onion, whole peppercorns, clove, 6 garlic cloves, and 3 bay leaves. We got the grapeseed oil. And y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all are like, where the heck is the peppers? The lemon pepper stuffles. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to just scooch this on over. I have it covered, one, because last time I cooked this, it was literally like pepper spray in the air. So just be mindful when you're working with these particular peppers. It will exude a crazy spicy situation that's gonna burn your eyes. So I got it covered right now. But the peppers are rehydrating in some hot water. I don't want to butcher the names, so I'ma just, put the names down below so that way you can see them. But there is 3 peppers that's in this, and it's just gonna make this whole situation Birria, you know what I'm saying? So, and I totally goofed and forgot something. Some plant-based meat. You can use whatever brand you like. I'm using Gardein. It just tastes better to me, because some of the plant-based meats be too much, but that one's pretty good. And of course, feel free to add any vegetable or any protein you put in place. I know some meat eaters are watching this channel and was like, man, I'm gonna just put some meat in there. Do you? But just know my channel is gonna always and forever be vegetarian, vegan based, friendly. Chef Kid for the vegetarians and the vegans, okay? But I'm also trying this cheese from HEB. They got this cheese called Mucho, and it's the Fiesta blend, so we gonna see what happens. I've never had it, but I figure it'd be good to try in this instead of regular cheese. So really and truly, this is a plant-based, vegan-friendly recipe. I'm using my own sound effects. Then we also got some veggie broth. And that is all the ingredients. So, without further ado, can't even speak. Without further ado, I'm gonna high five y'all into the next part, and we gonna get busy. Welcome back. I love you guys, and let's get into it. All right, so we are finally back in the kitchen. I'm gonna let these peppers kind of hang out a little bit more, but I'm gonna start on the meat. And do forgive me, my vocal cords are dealing with the pollination happening in Houston, Texas. Cause Lord have mercy, this pollen is something else. Swear, carby, yellow, green. Like, how does things get this bad? But then I keep forgetting I'm in a state where it's plenty trees. So, never mind. I know exactly why. But how are y'all doing, my loves? It's been a minute. It's been a fat minute, man. Hopefully y'all have been productive. Hopefully y'all have been cooking, trying different recipes, trying my recipes, having a good old time, and making food your love language, you know what I'm saying? I just put a little bit of grapeseed oil in there. I'm about to do the browning of the meat that will go inside the enchiladas. All right. So I put that whole entire bag. It'll be the equivalent of having like a pound of meat. So if you are using other proteins, a pound. Pretty sure y'all are wondering, what the heck have you been doing? Why have you been gone? Well, I've been gone because, one, Chef Kid is a firm believer in self-care. I needed a second, especially knowing that I'm beginning to see that I'm getting a little bit of traction on here, and I only want to give y'all the best. So yeah, I have to go back to the drawing board sometimes. But I've also been working on my own spice line, just tweaking things in the kitchen and getting everything correct before I release it to the world. Been working on merch. So, stay tuned. T-shirts and other things coming soon, just so you can show your support to Chef Kid. I am gonna be honest, because I'm still recovering from college life. It hasn't been that long ago since I graduated, but financially, you be picking up the pieces for a minute. Keep it true with you. So, but all in all, I've been working on cooking, working on doing more recipes, and making sure I get everything squared away so that way when I come back to y'all, I'm in the best shape, you know? Been going back to the gym. Also, I've been working heavy, which is another reason why y'all haven't seen me. I've been working heavy on Holistic Homegirl Apothecary. So last season I might have touched a little bit of base on it, but I'm gonna touch some more base on it. So, although I am known as Chef Kid on the Tizu, I am a woman of many hats besides singing. So I'm CL Dub when I'm singing, Chef Kid when I'm cooking, and I'm the Holistic Homegirl when I'm dealing with herbs and sea moss. My flower child, my everything is this business that I came up with. I came up with it in like 2019, 2020. I have been knowing a lot about like sea moss and the capabilities and all of the benefits of it, but I never got into it until the pandemic really pushed me into the direction of saying, all right, quit the BS. It's time to get your health together. It's time to boost that immune system. It's time to take care of you because it's obvious the world ain't taking care of them. So it got to a point where I started making like juices, tonics, and things of that nature for myself. And then I started telling my friends about it, and they was buying and supporting. Ended up first time going around I had a different name. It was a totally different vibe to it. I ended up saying and making the executive decision, the grown-up decision, to change it from Holistic Hood Rat to Holistic Homegirl Apothecary. The name and everything was a fun name, but when moving forward, I'm gonna be wanting to branch out into different avenues. So the name change was essential, and I'm very happy with Holistic Homegirl Apothecary because I'm everybody's homegirl, you dig? So there's that. I've been really just working on getting it together because the first go around under the first name, I had it with jars. And people were buying them, but I was finding myself seeing folks getting them and being like, well, they don't work for me. You first and foremost cannot take something and expect it to work overnight. I promise that's not how that works on anything, especially like working out. I don't know why people get working out and then they be like, you're not there yet. It's gonna take a minute. It's like anything. And I even had to learn that myself, or I didn't know about when I was at a point in my life. But you get educated and you get to a point of knowing that if you want herbal things to work, you have to take them, one, consistently, two, you got to take care of yourself. Besides just taking the stuff, you can't just be sitting over here like, oh, I'm gonna take this, but I'm gonna do this that you know is toxic and foul to your body. You cannot do that. So it's definitely not gonna work. I also found that a lot of people were getting the jars and not knowing what to do with them. They was literally like, well, what do I do with them? What do I put this in? I'm like, you can take a spoonful. Well, do I put it in this? No, you can take a spoonful by itself, or you can put it in a smoothie. So it was a lot of like, I guess me having to figure out, how am I gonna go ahead and do this? I discontinued the jars, so you will no longer see the jars. It is straight gummies. I figured out that my main market are adults on the go. A lot of times we don't take care of ourselves when we just always moving, going to our 9 to 5s, not getting rest, barely eating, barely sleeping, barely drinking water. My gummies will be vegan, so they don't have gelatin in them. I'm not a big gelatin fan. I refuse to really consume it. But do you if you do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pause on my speech real quick. I'm letting this brown a little bit, but I think I'm about to start seasoning this joint with my own goods, yo. That was about a tablespoon. So I'm gonna let this marinate a little bit with it. So really and truly, I had to take a step back from my business and get it together. So now y'all are getting sea moss gummies, drinks, and some tinctures. I've been really toying with that and learning a lot more about herbs and making journal posts, all of that, researching, testing it on myself, even testing it on friends. So far, so good. I've even had friends tell me about their sea moss journey with the jars that I had at the time, saying their skin was feeling like fresh. You could visibly see it was a change. That some were losing weight. Some were feeling like they were getting like more energy. Some were feeling they were getting more energy. It was a lot of things that I was learning about sea moss from then to now. So Friday the 13th will be the launch date, and that's just that on that. If you want to support a girl and you want to support yourself getting on a healthy journey, I'll put the link for the website once it's up and running in the description. So if you are watching this after the 13th, access granted. All right. So I got the goods nice and brown, the nice brownness, nice seasoning. We got a little bit of seasoning or whatever. I'm gonna move this off to the side because there's a reason why I haven't put sauce. I know y'all like, this is dry, girl. Hold your horses. It's gonna get jazzed up in just a moment, so bear with me. I'm gonna turn this joint off, and I'm gonna move everything around because I gotta bring in the other piece of machinery that's gonna bring this dish to life. You dig? So here we go. Okay, so we're about to. I'm gonna drain the water off of these joints, and like I said, y'all, be careful when pouring this out because if it's hot and it splash on you, you'll see. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Bear with me. Okay. Now that those bad boys are drained, I'm just gonna go ahead and get a fork and pop these joints in here. Cause what? Oh my gosh, I can't get it together. Okay. So I'm gonna put these in here. As I was saying, I have been having the time of my life trying out recipes, learning new techniques, learning new everything. It's been really fun. And I think you guys are gonna love it for the rest of the ride, you know? So now that we got that in there, I'm gonna go ahead and get, it says to put 4 cups in total, but you're gonna just put a cup of vegetable broth in this bad boy and all the spices. So we just gonna put a cup now. And then we're gonna put all the spices in here. We're gonna also put the onion in there. And these off to the side. Okay, we're gonna put all the onion in there. And then we're gonna put them cloves of garlic in there. Now, also, side note, when you use a real onion, you're gonna chop them in quarters. So you'll cut it in half, then cut those halves in half, and then you can put them with the garlic and oil together to make a roasted situation, and you put them in there. But you already know the vibes. It's still gonna be divine, regardless. I'm gonna pause it for a second because I'm gonna put a little bit of oil. You should put at least 1 to 2 tablespoons. I did middle ground and did about 1.5 tablespoons, so. I think that is all blended up. Y'all, when I say what I say now, this is bussin'. This is how it's supposed to taste. Right here. I'm gonna move everything out the way and bring the hot pan back in because now we really about to get busy on the enchilada part. Okay? So, BRB. Alright. So we got the hot pan back in there. And now, you've already browned the meat. This is gonna be the best part. You're gonna pour all of that glorious sauce in here, and then you're gonna add a cup at a time. It's supposed to be up to 4 cups. That's what my recipe is gonna be calling for. But depending on how thick you like your sauce, do it a cup at a time. So I'll do it a cup at a time on here because I might actually do it a little bit thicker. So here we go. We'll go ahead, pour all of this in there with, and what I'm actually gonna do, fun hack, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna pop the top off this bad boy. And as you can see, it's a lot of sauce still left over. This is how we gonna handle this situation. I'm gonna pour the first cup in here, right? Actually gonna put the top back on and I'm gonna give it a shake. I said shake. Shake it on up, yeah. That's right, you get a song out of me today. So now that we got a little bit, boom. Look at that. Look at how simple that was. Easy. Put that off to the side because you know chef kids like to keep it clean up in here. Fun fact, the cleaner you keep it, the easier things will be for you when it is time to get down to the worst part of it all, which is cleaning. I understand there's a lot of people that don't like to clean up their kitchen after they cook. I get it. I understand. But it's got to be done, folks. So I'm gonna stir this up a little bit. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add some more, because what's gonna end up happening is I'm gonna fish the beef out of the sauce, and I'm gonna use the sauce. You'll see. You'll see. Everything's coming full circle, folks. So this is cup number 3. Go ahead and stir this joint up. I think this go around I might have to put the all 4 in, because although it's thick, like how I want it, it's not birria in it, you know, sauce in it. I'm just coming up with words, so there's that. Okay, perfection. So now we just gonna let this simmer, and let me grab the last few pieces. We gonna put the clove in there, the whole peppercorns in there, and then we gonna drop the bay leaves in there. We will fish them out later, and yeah, go from there. They just add that extra, like, final touch to the dish, you know? So we're gonna let this simmer in the pan for 30 minutes or so. And once this simmers some more, we'll go ahead and start making the enchiladas. And then we're gonna stuff our faces, duh. And then I bid y'all adieu till next time. So I'm gonna high five y'all into the future. But before I do, I am gonna go ahead and add a little bit more of my own seasoning to this situation. Cause yeah, like I said last time, it wasn't seasoned enough, buff. And that's like the bread and butter of things. You gotta season, I don't know about anybody else, but hey. Also, I think this recipe is gonna be the best one. I might be speaking too soon, so let me just be honest. Because I got a lot of fire coming this fine season. But let me go ahead and vibe y'all into the future. I'll see y'all soon. All right. So we got the pan here. I brought the tortillas in. And we about to get busy. So, and we got the cheese, of course. I totally goofed and forgot to tell y'all that cheese gonna be right here. So what we gonna do is we're gonna take tortilla and I'm gonna just kind of dip it on top of this bra. Kind of get it covered. Make sure them hands clean now. Some of y'all. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer it to this. Put a little bit of this in there. A little bit of cheese at the bottom. Okay. Then, and we're gonna start spooning some meats in there. Get that clove out of there. Definitely don't want that in there. Oh yes, be smart. Don't be me. Grab the bay leaves and the cloves and the peppercorn before you start doing that. Because the last thing you want is anybody crunching on a gosh dang heavily spiced item. Okay, so here the other peppercorn. So now that we got those things out of there, you're just gonna start putting the meat. Make sure you fill it up, and then what you're gonna do is roll that joint. Boom. I'm gonna just go ahead and zap the rest of them in. So here they go. All right, so went ahead and did 6 enchiladas. I still got a little bit left, but I know it ain't gonna be eaten, so I'm gonna put it out to the side. It can make leftovers. You dig? Now, the next step that we gonna take is putting some more cheese and meat and things of that nature, because enchiladas is gotta be cheesy. Like, oddly enough, fun fact, I do not like just straight up cheese enchiladas. I don't know why. It's like the consistency for me, I think. It's a little bit too much. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this juice and meat and I'm gonna put it on top. Spread it around. Spread it around. Every now and then I get a little bit hungry for something to eat. Turn around. I'ma go ahead and spread a little bit more cheese and a little bit more meat. Yeah, it's a bop. All right. Right. Well, F it. Let's go all in. Let's go all in. We ain't BSing around here. We doing the whole package. Cause I got cheese on the inside and cheese on the outside. Yeah, buddy. All right. So I'm gonna clean up this mess, but we gonna go ahead and activate these enchiladas in the oven. I got the oven on like 350, 375. Y'all remember first season I said I had a gas stove I was working with, so we still with it. 15 minutes solid, I would say. 15 minutes solid. Unless you want the cheese on top to be super duper crispy, I would say 15 minutes should suffice. Because you've already cooked the meat and everything. It's just trying to get married together, you know what I'm saying? And make it more birria-like. So, yeah, let's get it. Go ahead and put these joints in. So, I'll be back. And then you're going to see beautiful meat eating the food. So, Here we go.
Audio.
All right, so we're back and everything's been plated. Look at this. I just went ahead and threw some sides together or whatever, but Spanish rice, some pinto beans, and the enchiladas, the birria enchiladas. I think next time when I am gonna do two, I can always add some more of that birria sauce since it's still warm, but let's go ahead and tap into this, okay? Let's see what we got here. Let's get into this. Oh, Chef Kid losing the food now. Okay. I think I got a decent bite on there. Let's get into it. Cheers. All I'm gonna say. Oh my God. Hold up. Let me get into this. This is bussin'. I'm not saying it because I cooked it or anything, or because I came up with it or whatever. But this is, I need a knife. I'm about to just stick my face in the plate. Because what? Oh man. Earlier when I tasted by itself, it was really spicy, but the cheese and the tortilla and everything just mellows it out so perfectly. Oh, that's good. You know what? You already know what to do. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button so you can keep getting these recipes, because I swear, this is it. I'm not trying to get ugly and eat on camera like this, but I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all good day. See y'all next episode. I'm gonna make sure we going around the world with these recipes, okay? You never know who I might spotlight next time as far as cuisine goes, because this right here, just go ahead and make it, okay? I'm gonna stop. I'll see y'all next time. And if no one tells you today, I love you. I miss you guys. Very excited for this season, so stay tuned. See y'all later.